Guys, let me tell you something. This house is starting to look like Nollywood mixed with street vibes and a sprinkle of village gossip. Because Koyi and Imisi, these two are slowly finding their way back to each other, and I cannot even lie, I am here for it. From being close like bread and butter in the beginning to breaking apart because of gossip and bad energy, to now sharing food again. Listen, this is the kind of gist that will make you pause and say, what is really going on in this house? You know how we do it here. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button and turn on your post notification. Let's take it back. In the beginning of the show, Koyin and Imisi had something special. You could tell from the way they spoke, the comfort level, the energy. It just clicked. Why? Because both of them came from the streets. Now, don't get me wrong. Koyin is a street guy, but he has that bougie vibe, polished, packaged, street but refined. Meanwhile, Imisi is pure raw energy, a street girl true and true from the trenches, and she doesn't hide it. That kind of authenticity is rare. And that's why Koyin could connect. It was like finally someone who understands me but also challenges me. Honestly, I thought they could keep that bond to the end, but then the gossip started flying. You know how dangerous gossip is in that kind of environment. You are locked in, emotions are high, and people whispering here and there can literally destroy friendships. And who was leading the gossip? Sultana. At the end, Sultana and Koyin were getting really close, and she was dropping all sorts of comments about Imisi. It was almost like she was planting seed of doubt. And Big Soso to the mix because she came from her own spice, talking about dreaming that Imisi is fetish. Like, excuse me? Since when did that dream become CNN breaking news? But you know how fear works. The more they repeated that gist, the more it started shaping Koyin's mind, and slowly the closeness between him and Imisi cracked. It wasn't even about whether it was true or not. It was about the fact that he didn't want to risk it. And just like that, the connection faded. To be fair to Koyin, at that point, he did apologize to Imisi. He tried to mend things, but the friendship never really bounced back fully. Why? Because of then, Dede had entered the picture. And we all know how these dynamics work. Once another person comes into the circle, especially someone that's catching your attention, the energy shifts. Going started focusing more on Dede, and Imisi, well, she got pushed aside. Imagine being painted as fetish, being judged by gossip, and then losing your close ally. No wonder she put back. But here's where it gets interesting. Recently, you've seen Koi and Imisi slowly finding their way back. It started small, little conversations, small laughs here and then the big one. Koi shared some of his breakfast with her. Now, some people might say it's just food, but in that house, food is never just food. Sharing a meal is a symbol of trust, a sign of comfort. So that brings us today. Imisi likes doing her own hair. She asked Koi to help her with hot water, and he dodged with an excuse. That could have been a sweet bonding moment, but nope, he chickened out. Guess who came to the rescue? Rude Boy. And that right there was interesting because in the early days of the show, Emerson and Rude Boy were also close until the same gossip wave separated them. So seeing her call for help, Queen not showing up, but Rude Boy stepping in, it almost felt like a replay of old dynamics. The gossip messed up not just one but two of Emerson closest bond, and now slowly those doors are opening again. Now let me give you my honest take. Do I think Koyin and Imisi will never get back to that original strong connection? Maybe, but it won't be easy. Why? Because trust once broken is not something you fix overnight. Koyin allowed gossip to influence how we saw Imisi. Yes, he apologized, but an apology doesn't erase the damage. On the other hand, Imisi is clearly open to reconnecting. She still admires him. She has said before that she thinks he's a fine boy, but admiration is one thing, revealing trust is another. This whole situation just proves how gossip is the biggest weapon in the house. It can break friendships, ruin alliances, and isolate people. Imagine how different things would have been if Sultana and Big Soso didn't spread that gist. Koyin and Imisi might have been the strongest duo in the game right now. But at the same time, maybe this was necessary because now their bond, if it rebuilds, will be based on lessons learned, not just vibes. Sometimes losing someone and finding them again makes the connection even stronger. So guys, what do you think? Are Koyin and Imisi on their way back to being the unstoppable street duo we saw at the beginning, or is this just temporary? I honestly want to see where this thing goes because these two together bring raw, real energy to the show. But for me, I'm just enjoying the slow reconnection, the full sharing, and the playful moments. Drop your thoughts in the comment. Do you trust this new closeness or do you think it's just nostalgia? And don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on your post notification. I will see you in the next one.